You can see the life you want so clearly. You can picture it in detail. The success, the freedom, the respect. It feels so real in your mind that sometimes you forget you have not built it yet. But when it comes to actually doing the work, something happens. You freeze. You wait. You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow comes and nothing changes. You do the same thing all over again. You are not alone in this. There's a whole category of people exactly like you. Ambitious but lazy. Full of ideas but stuck in place. Dreamers who cannot seem to wake up and do the work. And the worst part is, you know you are capable of more. You can feel it. You just cannot make yourself move. This is not about being a bad person. This is not about lacking intelligence or talent. You have plenty of both. This is about psychology. This is about patterns in your brain that have been built over years. And here's the good news. If something was built, it can be rebuilt. But first, you need to understand what is actually happening inside your mind. You need to see why you are the way you are. Then you need to decide if you are ready to change it. Let me show you what your life probably looks like right now. You wake up with good intentions. Today is the day. Today you will finally start working on that project. Today you will take the first step toward your goals. You feel motivated. You feel ready. But then you pick up your phone, just to check notifications, just for a few minutes. Those few minutes become an hour. Before you know it, half the day is gone. You tell yourself you'll start after lunch. Lunch comes and goes. You feel tired now. You feel unmotivated. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow when you have more energy. At night, you lie in bed feeling guilty. You are disappointed in yourself. You know you wasted another day. You make promises to yourself. Tomorrow will be different. You plan everything in your head. You feel motivated again for a moment. But when tomorrow comes, the motivation is gone. You are back to scrolling, back to avoiding, back to doing anything except the thing you know you should be doing. This pattern has been going on for months, maybe years, and you're starting to wonder if you'll ever change, if you're even capable of being different. Here's what's happening inside your brain. You are living in a constant state of war. One part of you wants to achieve great things. That part dreams big. That part sets goals. That part imagines success and feels excited about the future. But another part of you wants to avoid discomfort. That part wants safety. That part wants ease. That part wants to protect you from failure and rejection and hard work. Right now, the part that wants comfort is winning. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is designed this way. It avoids pain and seeks pleasure. That's basic human survival. When you think about working on your goals, your brain sees it as a threat. It sees effort. It sees uncertainty. It sees the possibility of failure and embarrassment. Your brain does not like any of those things. So it offers you an easier option. Scroll on your phone, watch videos, play games. Do something that feels good right now. Your brain rewards you with dopamine. You feel a little better. The discomfort goes away. And your brain learns something dangerous. It learns that avoiding your goals makes you feel good. So it keeps encouraging you to avoid. This is not laziness. This is your brain in survival mode. It thinks it's protecting you. But here's the problem. While your brain is protecting you from short-term discomfort, it's stealing your long-term happiness. Every day you avoid your goals, you're building a habit of avoidance. Every day you choose comfort over action, you're teaching your brain that your dreams do not matter. And every night when you feel guilty, you're reinforcing the belief that you are not good enough. You're creating a cycle that gets harder to break the longer it continues. Let me tell you what you're probably thinking right now. You're thinking you're not disciplined enough. You're thinking successful people have something special that you don't have. You're thinking if you just had more motivation, everything would change. But that's not how it works. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings come and go. You cannot build a life on feelings. You need something stronger. You need systems. You need structure. You need to understand that discipline is not something you were born with. It is something you build, one small decision at a time. There is something else you are probably dealing with. Perfectionism. You have such a clear vision of success that anything less feels like failure. So you wait. You wait for the perfect plan. You wait until you feel ready. You wait until conditions are ideal. But perfect never comes. Ready never comes. Ideal never comes. And while you are waiting, life is passing you by. Perfectionism is not about having high standards. Perfectionism is fear wearing a mask. It is your brain giving you an excuse to never start, because if you never start, you can never fail. Let me be honest with you about something. You are afraid. You are afraid that if you actually try and it does not work, you will have to face an uncomfortable truth. Maybe you are not as special as you thought. Maybe your ideas are not as good as they seemed. Maybe you are not capable of the things you dream about. That fear is keeping you stuck. It is easier to stay in the fantasy. It is easier to keep dreaming and planning without ever testing those dreams in reality. Because as long as you do not try, you can still believe you could succeed if you wanted to. But deep down, you know that belief is empty. Here's what you need to understand. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is the opposite of success. When you fail, you learn something. When you do nothing, you learn nothing. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you have even tried. The difference is they kept moving. They took imperfect action. They started before they felt ready. They built momentum through consistency, not through motivation. So how do you actually break this cycle? It starts with accepting a hard truth. You are never going to feel like doing it. You are probably never going to wake up excited to do hard things. That's not how the brain works. You are going to have to do it anyway, especially when you do not feel like it. Because every time you take action despite the resistance, you are rewiring your brain. You are teaching it that discomfort is not dangerous. You are building the muscle of discipline. Start small. Do not try to change everything overnight. That's perfectionism talking again. Pick one thing, one small thing that moves you toward your goal. Maybe 15 minutes of work. Maybe one paragraph of writing. Maybe one difficult conversation. It doesn't matter how small it is. What matters is that you do it. Then you do it again tomorrow and the day after. You're not trying to be perfect. You are trying to be consistent. You also need to change your environment. Your environment controls you more than you realize. If your phone is next to you, you will check it. If your space is messy, you will feel scattered. If distractions surround you, you will get distracted. This is not a willpower problem. This is a design problem. Put your phone in another room. Clean your workspace. Set a specific time for focused work and protect it. Remove everything that pulls your attention away from what matters. Here is something else you need to hear. Stop consuming so much content. You watch videos about success, you read about productivity, you listen to podcasts about motivation. It feels like progress, but it is not. It is another form of avoidance. You do not need more information. You already know what to do. You need to stop learning and start doing. One more thing. Stop beating yourself up. Guilt does not motivate you. Shame does not make you better. Every time you hate yourself for wasting a day, you make the problem worse. Practice self-compassion. You messed up today, okay? Tomorrow is new. You did not do everything you planned. Fine. Do one thing right now. You are not lazy. Lazy is not who you are. Lazy is what you have been doing. There is a difference. You are someone with dreams, with potential, with the ability to change. You have just been avoiding discomfort because your brain has not learned yet that discomfort leads to growth. Now you understand the psychology. Now you see the patterns. Understanding is the first step, but understanding without action is just entertainment. Close this video. Do one small thing that moves you forward. Just one. Teach your brain that you are serious this time. The person you want to become is waiting, not someday. Not when you feel ready. Now, you just have to start.